Hey folks, how you doing? Hope everybody's doing fine. Listen, I came across something really exciting. It's a program called Exitus Elite. And let me share with you how I came about it. I have some friends, a lot of them have been in the cryptocurrency space. A lot of them have done well, some have lost a lot of money. Some of these companies come and go. And there was one particular one that someone was, it kept coming up over and over again from a number of individuals. And they were excited about it. They wanted me to take a look. So, being in this space for a little bit, I've been around the block. I've built some very large teams before in different industries. And I said, let me take a look or let me do some research. So I started to do some research on this particular company. Now, what I'm going to talk to you about is not a crypto project, right? I just want to get out of the way, but I want to let you know how I came across that information. So I said, let me do a little research, see what they're saying about this company out there. And suffice it to say, it wasn't good. I came across one particular commenter, and he has been pretty on point with a lot of these programs that he investigated, and many of them turned out to be scams. Some weren't scams, but they just couldn't scale, or they ran into problem with regulators and stuff, and they had to pull out. So but anyhow, at the end of the day, what he discovered or what he shared is that, it wasn't a good move to join that. And, I was kind of staying away from that space anyhow. But he recommended a particular company. And when I researched that company, I said, well, this guy, he doesn't recommend anything like that. For him to put his stamp on it, it takes a lot. But what I found out, it was actually a 14-year-old, 12-year-old company. I think it started in 2014. So they've been around the block a while. All right. They've built a strong reputation over the years, but they were flying pretty much under the radar because what I heard recently is that, they were off of social media. You can build a company, would be belly to belly, person to person, but they didn't do anything on social media. So now they've removed that restriction, and we can now market on social media. So that was interesting. But I found some really some really interesting things about this company. So that's what I want to share with you guys. And I think it would solve a lot of problems for a lot of people who are interested in being in the online space. So let me just do a quick share, and we'll take a look at it. So let's go here. All right. So this is a page that you'll have access to, right? If you get going with us. Okay, so it's called Exodus Elite. Earn $100 to $2,000 per sale and keep 100% of it. Now that's pretty exciting. That is pretty exciting. Let me see if I can hide this floating controls right here. Right. So that's some pretty exciting stuff, folks. All right. Keep 100% of the sales. So take a look at this. Why Exodus Elite? Okay. So most affiliate programs, they promise big commissions, right? But they take between 50 to 90% for themselves. You do the work and they get rich. We've all seen that before. Why Exodus Elite is different? You keep 100% of the commission when you make your own sales, anywhere from $100 to $2,000 per sale. And it's paid, check this out, paid directly to you within minutes. So you sell something for $100, $500, $1,000, $2,000, you can get 100% of the commission paid to you directly within minutes. So that got me excited. All right, because listen, in most situations, you have to wait weeks, in a lot of the online situations, you wait maybe about 2 weeks, 3 weeks sometimes for it to go through the process. If you're in traditional sales, you can wait 60 to 90 days or even more to get paid for a sale. Okay. Now, there's something in the industry called high ticket items. Okay. So I would consider this in the online space a high ticket item. There are opportunities where you can sell stuff for $25, $50. Okay. But what I've realized over the years is that you can actually do the same work. All right. Do the same work, but get paid much more for a higher ticket item because the process of someone buying is about the same, right? It all depends on what they can afford personally. And there are people in the marketplace that can easily afford this. I've seen folks do things where they've dropped 10, 20, $50,000 in in some programs, right? So don't be dismayed by $2,000. That's really nothing in the industry. Okay. A person out here, a person has to work sometimes extremely hard to make $2,000, but a person can make $2,000 by one sale or $2,000 by four, $500 sales. All right. Or even smaller sales, and it will add up. But listen, folks, so that's Exodus Elite. So let's go over some of the benefits again. Okay, so you can make 100% commission anywhere from $100 to $2,000 paid directly to you in minutes. All right, every dollar you earn it. There are no splits, no catches, no pass ups. When you make a sale yourself, it's 100% yours. Instant payment, get paid directly within minutes. There are multiple payment methods set up in your back office. Some of the traditional things like Zelle, PayPal. If you set up to take credit cards, you can even take payment in crypto. A lot depends on you, how much access that you provide for people to pay you. Okay. Now here's the kicker, right? So most people don't like to sell. They're not wired that way. They don't want to explain anything to anybody. All right? They don't want to explain anything to anybody. They don't want to talk to anybody. They don't mind using some skills that they may have to actually promote, right? They might be real good at getting information out, promoting a link, promoting a website, telling people to check something out, but they don't want to be in the process of actually closing a sale. What this company has done, this company has hired a bunch of professional salespeople. We call them closers, okay? And these people are there to actually close sales for you on your behalf. Now, remember, we were talking about 100% commission. How the system is set up is that in your back office, you can set up the system so that when a person, let's say a person goes on your landing page, goes on your sales page, they see the presentation, they have questions, they may want to sign up, they don't have to call you. You can have it set up that they can reach out directly through an 800 number to a professional sales team. Now, these folks are skilled. They know exactly the sales process. They know the products inside out, and they will close that sale for you because why? There's a commission involved. So in this case, if you have it set up that the professional sales team will close for you, you don't want to close, but you'll do the marketing, you'll get the information out, you'll get eyeballs on the information, then what will happen is that a split will take place. So you keep 80% and the sales team will keep 20%. Now that's not a bad deal. All right. So if a person decides they want to do a high ticket item of $1,000 and you are also at that $1,000, you have the license to sell the $1,000 product, then what happens is that you will get $800 and the sales team will get $200. And all you did was drive eyeballs to a presentation. All right. So that is a tremendous benefit in the industry because a lot of people are really not cut out to speak to anybody. They don't have the time. They don't care to have the time. They don't care to actually learn the ins and outs of the process. So this is a beautiful thing. Now, going back, so if you're handling the sales yourself, the entire process, then it's 100%. So if you sell a $1,000 product suite, you'll receive $1,000. So let me show you guys the product. All right. So I've covered, these are some of the main points. These are some of the main points here. No hype, no false promises, just a straightforward opportunity to earn serious commissions with products that deliver real value. Okay, so the question now is, what is the product? Okay, so the product is called a Genesis Digital Education Library. Now, I was doing some research just yesterday, and it wasn't a surprise to me. I know it was huge, but I really didn't know how huge it is. The e-learning space is projected in 2030 to be about $64 billion. That's the size of the market projected for 2030 to be about $64 billion. So that includes health and wellness, motivational speaking, self-motivation, personal development, AI, um, how to be a successful online entrepreneur, how to be a solopreneur, how to use social media to promote yourself or a business or product, whatever you need in terms of personal development and sales training, AI training. These are some of the areas that people are actively spending money on each and every day to upgrade their skills. So we are providing the Genesis Digital Educational Library. And every level you choose based on your income or based on your potential, you choose exactly where you fit in. All right. So I'm going to share with you a little bit. So in this library, you're going to get an array of material that can not only guide you to be successful online, but it will guide you also in your personal life in terms of having the skill sets that you need to be successful out here today. All right, those videos come as video on demand, audio on demand. And what's beautiful again about this program, there's no monthly subscription. It's a one-time product payment and a one-time admin fee, which gives you the license to resell these products, right? The products are deliverable on all different streaming platforms, so you don't have to worry about that. And you choose where you want to start in your digital library, okay? So I'll go over the levels with you and what's available in a little bit, but you can start with as little as $100 and you get some amazing courses, at that level. All right, so folks, this is where people need to be right now. I'm telling you, because so many of us get stuck in programs where we're waiting to get paid. Or you may be in a program where you're actually creating sales and you have to depend on other people to do the same and actually to get paid. All right. So this is something completely different. So let me see if I can show you how this actually will work for you. Okay. So the product suites start anywhere from the G100 to the G 2000. So a person comes in, um, they are at the G1000 level. They sell a G1000 product and they receive the full commission. If a person is at a lower level, all right, let's say they're the G100 and they do sell a G2000, then because they only have the rights to sell the $100 membership, they will get paid $100, but that 1900 passes up to another individual that's at that particular level. Maybe their sponsor. But let me go back home here. I want to just show you guys. I don't want to keep you long. I don't want to keep you long here again. Let me see if I can share with you the membership levels. All right. But that's a little bit of the compensation there. But on the membership levels, okay, so a person can come in at the G100. That $100 goes directly to the referrer or the sponsor through any multiple of methods that they have set up to get paid. $49 goes to the company. That's how they make their money. And also that gives you the ability to sell their products. That's like a licensing fee. Okay. So let's say you were to come in right here, you would pay the company the $49, and then you would pay directly through the different channels that the person has set up in their back office, how they're going to get paid. And that's 100% commission. A person can come in at the G250. The admin fee is $99. All right. You will get paid directly, instantly, instantly, 250. Person comes in at the G500. The admin fee, the licensing fee is $199. So what happens with each one of these products has a product suite of training and courses and stuff like that, right? From the digital library. So you're gonna get, so let's say you were at this middle ground here, the G500. Whatever is available at the G100 in terms of the course material, you're gonna get access to that. Whatever is available at the G250, you're gonna get that. Whatever is available at the G500 in terms of the courses and the material, audio and video, you're gonna get that. All right. Now, what happens if you are the G500 and a person comes and buys $1,000 product or suite, you're going to get 500 and 500 passes up. Same thing with the 2000. You're going to get 500 and 1500 of that passes up. And each level has its own admin fee. Now, the beauty about it also, if you're at this point and you want to upgrade, you just pay the difference in terms of product and in terms of admin fee, and you'll be at that level. So everything that sells from here down, you're going to get 100% commission, or you'll do the 80-20 split with the sales team if you prefer the sales team to close for you, right? And the same thing happens at the 2000 level. Now, some folks may be intimidated to sell a high ticket item. So that's why I definitely, if you're new to the industry, I definitely would recommend you using the sales team, because they're going to be able, these professional folks are going to be, they've done some beautiful work in the background here. I'm telling you folks, the sales team will be able to close those sales for you. All right. They'll be able to close those sales for you, and you'll do that split, that 80-20 split. So all you really have to do is to drive traffic to get some eyeballs on your website. And there are a number of ways that you can do that. We'll train you. If you're not experienced, we'll train you how you can do that. So you can get folks to look at the information, set it up, have the sales team activated in your back office, and they'll call that 800 number. The sales team will talk to them. They're motivated by commissions. They want that 20%. All right. So they're going to do everything to close that sale for you. So that's a beautiful thing, folks. I'm telling you, the company's been around since 2014. And yeah, it's a great thing. It's a great thing. So, I wanted to share that with you guys. So this is the product page explanation. You have access to that also. And a quick look at the back office. Of course, the product is the Genesis library. But on the marketing side of it, here's what they do. Here's what they have for us. Okay. They got some beautiful lead capture pages. If you're new to the industry, you may not understand the beauty of a lead capture page, but what it does, it allows you to gather some information from the individual, such as the email address, and it puts them in a system called an autoresponder. A lot of times people need a number of exposures before they can actually make a decision. So when they take the first look, they may say, I don't know about this. But if they continue to get, you know, we call it dripping on them from the autoresponder, an email ever so often, a couple times a week, telling them, hey, take a look at this again. This is something special. Boom, boom. You know, a lot of times after a few exposures, they come back to it and they are ready to join you. So these landing pages help to facilitate that process, and they've done a beautiful job on these landing pages. All right? They've done a beautiful job on them. So that's available for you. Plus, the autoresponder will be available for you. And for folks that you may know who may not want to put in their email address, that you can capture that information. There's also virtual sales pages that can give you a presentation via video, a video presentation similar to much better than what I'm doing. All right, this is a professional video presentation that will take them through the entire process, right? And so that's available. All of that is available for you with a one-time purchase of a product suite and a one-time admin fee. So again, let's see if we can just go over the strong points of the platform. All right. So again, you can earn between 100 to 2,000 per sale. If you're willing to handle the sales process, you can keep 100%, or you can activate your sales team to do an 80-20 split. What Exitus Elite does for you, it pays you your commissions. The company is not keeping 50 to 90%. You keep 100% of the commissions. Or 80% of the commissions if you're using the sales team, which I highly recommend, especially for newbies. Okay, no splits, no catches, no pass ups. It's yours. Instant payment because the person you get paid directly in minutes through multiple payment methods accepted in the program. It's your money, your way right now. This is a professional sales team just waiting to close those sales for you. Okay, you keep 80%, and they earn 20%, and you have access to premium courses, training, and resources to build real skills while building your business. No hype, no false promises, just straightforward opportunity to earn serious commissions with products that deliver real value. All right. So that's it, folks. That's what I wanted to share with you guys. I'm going to leave my information and a link below this video, and reach out to me. If you have some questions, I'll answer it best as I can. But this is an opportunity that's been around for over 12 years. Everything is upgraded, everything is pretty and sexy, and it's going to go viral because, as I said, they marketed traditionally before, where it was just word of mouth and belly to belly, as we would say. All right, folks. So that's pretty much it. Let me see if I can get my controls back. And I hope this has been helpful to you. So again, when you see this video, just reach out to me and let's get you going. Okay? Have an awesome rest of your day, and see you at the top. All right? Take care. Bye-bye. Oh, there it is. It's back.